Uh-oh. What happened? Well, we're live. I don't know. Did I do something wrong here? I lost the guest. Oh, no. What happened? Well, technical difficulties here, guys. Let me go back here and see if I screwed something up. I'll try. That's so funny. This has happened before where everything worked fine, and then we go to do the live show, and then all of a sudden everything's gone. There he
Yeah, man.
is.
I was there. I don't know what happened.
That's so bizarre that we were just hanging out, let's say in the green room, talking, getting to know each other a little bit, becoming best friends, and then
That's right.
play the intro song, and then you were gone. But now you're back.
Back.
And we're back. BFS Live episode 108. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. We're here with Johnny Huckabay.
Yes, sir.
Huckabay.
Huckabay.
Of Huckabay Skateboards down in Cumberland, Maryland. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
This is
Pretty good.
You're the second skate shop to be on the show, second to Crudco, which is you're in good company. They've been around for 30 years. It's a feat
awesome.
right there, and you've been around for a couple months.
Yeah, less than a year.
That's you said you opened in February. Interesting time to open the skate shop. Skate action sports more broadly have been struggling for sure. So as I said in the pre-show, your timing's either great or terrible, but only time will tell.
Yep.
So first, quickly, give me your 2-minute elevator pitch. Who are you? What's your relationship to action sports? And you don't have to go too into detail because we'll kind of hit a bunch of stuff throughout the conversation. Just lay a little foundation for us, if you will, and then we'll go into talking about your shop. And then later, we'll go into you a little bit more specifically, and then the whys and the hows and the future.
Right. Well, my name is Johnny Huckabay. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I came to Cumberland, Maryland about 15 years ago and noticed that there were skaters everywhere, no skate shop, and skateboarding saved my life. So I just wanted to give back to skating in the community and just let other people experience the joy I have in skateboarding. So that's my goal, and definitely to bring affordable name brand skateboards to the kids in this area, because I remember being one of them poor kids that couldn't afford it, and make it happen for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sorry, I just had someone just showed up and was like, "What's going on?" It's like, I got a thing. That's great. We talked a little bit pre-show, and man, for me personally, you hit all the right things. I wish you the best luck with your shop. It sounds like your heart's in the right place. So tell me about your shop. Give me the where, the size. What are you carrying? Give me, you said you opened in February. So
yeah, February 1st, we opened the doors. We definitely had about half the inventory I have now. And we've just been growing as we make sales. I carry Powell, Baker, DGK, Chocolate, all the name brand stuff. But also I carry a lot of blanks for just people that can't afford that name brand stuff. And also I make my own hand-painted boards and my own, I call them wraps. It's just a big vinyl wrap that I squeegee onto the board, but I can custom design it. So pretty much anything I want, I put pictures, anything. So people can come in and put a picture on here if they want. They can make their own custom deck. They don't have to be pro anymore. To be pro, to be sponsored, but to have your name on a deck, that feels really cool. So
I love the DIY ethic of everything you've said. We had a similar thing here when we opened. Maybe a third of the skate park. There was no skate park. It was just open area, and we had just folding tables around. That was the shop, just stuff on folding tables. And we these showcases that didn't match, that didn't have lights in them, and they were just kind of strewn about. And slowly over time, first we filled the showcases, right?
Yes, that's my plan.
Then I went through and I wired them so they turned on. And then
Yeah.
years later, I like cut up pallet wood and made them look pretty. But man, I've been open for 9 years and it feels like I'm just getting to where I wanted it to be 9 years in.
Right. It takes some work for sure. Definitely. When I'm not at work on my night shift job, I sleep maybe 2.5 to 4 hours tops. Depends upon what time I go to sleep in the morning. But I get off at 5:30 in the morning, and I try to go to sleep by 7 and wake up at 11. I'm down here by 12 to open up, and then the rest of the day I'm just here trying to like you said, come up with ideas to make it better. Um, and like definitely just love watching it grow.
Well,
When people come in, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say for a lot of my listeners are probably in Western New York, but who knows? I don't know. Generally, where is Cumberland, Maryland? Are you off I-90? And then if you were in Cumberland, Maryland, where within that municipality are you located?
Right. So this is North Cumberland. And Cumberland's like off of I-68 by in between like Hagerstown and Altoona area. It would be like in between those two areas because that's like the closest skate park to us from here is Hagerstown, which is an hour on I-68 that way, or Morgantown, which is almost 2 hours on I-68 the other way. And then there's Altoona, which is like 99, I think, going towards Pennsylvania that way. So we're like in the tri-state area. We can go across the bridge and be in West Virginia, or going across the bridge over there and be in PA. So we're like right there on that little thin part of Maryland.
What's the closest big city? Baltimore, DC, Philly?
Big city, probably Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
It's
okay.
2.5 hours away, 2 hours away.
Okay, so you're inland a bit. All right.
Yeah, definitely. We're in the mountains. We're in the Allegheny Mountains.
Okay, I had been there once, but I was just riding my bike through on this bike trip, and
right.
It's all a blur of just pedaling for 5 days straight.
Yeah, next to the old Potomac River.
What's Cumberland like more broadly? It's like if I recall correctly, it was kind of like a small city, older vibe. Smaller streets.
It definitely has like the historical vibe to it. Some of the streets are still brick, and then they just gentrified the downtown area, but they redid all the brick, so it's not like pavement. It's all brick still to make it keep that historical look. And I mean, some of the like Washington's cabin for George Washington, it was located here in town, and Fort Cumberland was like their little base. So that's like it's an historical town for sure. They call it the Queen City because in the 1920s, early 1900s, it was like next to going to be the capital. They were going to be. It was like the second largest city in Maryland. They were saying at the time. It was like 100,000 something people in there. They Kelly Springfield was booming. They were like, that's why they called it the Queen. Apparently, I wasn't here, obviously, but
yeah.
But it's got definitely a lot of historical value in this town. It's a lot of sights to see too, like mountains and scenic stuff. It's real pretty.
So you mentioned the closest skate parks are like an hour away. Has there ever been a skate shop in Cumberland before?
There was, that I know of, one other skate shop, and it was half the size of mine, not even. It was on this side of town, but it wasn't open very long. I was a kid when it was around. I was probably like 10. It was when I was still living here, and I remember buying like my first pair of skate shoes from them, and it was way too big for me. I saved up all my little allowance and went down. It was a pair of Airwalks, and they were like 4 sizes too big. The guy didn't care. He still sold them to me. And I went home, and Mom wouldn't even let me wear them. So I'll never forget that about that skate shop.
Did you ever grow into them?
I don't know, man. A lot of things happened.
Yeah.
My parents were like getting divorced, and probably it was a lot of drama growing up.
Yeah.
I had a lot childhood like drama.
So with no skate shop and no skate park nearby, what's the skate scene like now, and what has it been like over the last? You said you've been there since for a while now.
So in 2009, there was a people say that there's not a lot of skaters here, but I see them because I'm a skater. So when I see another skater, automatically I see them and I'll hear them and be like, "Hold on, what are they doing?" You know, wait for them to do something. But I definitely have seen a lot more than what people would take recognition for. But it definitely, when you look around, it's not like any in the other bigger cities for sure. Like when I went to Pittsburgh for the Push Pittsburgh event in August, I mean that was like 100 skaters. That was like the biggest event I've ever been to. And I'm from Houston, and we had some skate parks there, but nothing like huge at the time I was there. And on my side of town, I lived on the real ghetto side of town, north side. We had some kind of like tennis court parks around us. We had Easy 7, which is kind of like an older skate park. It's like a ditch area, but nothing like what you got at your park. Your park's awesome. I can't wait to come skate it.
Thanks. How far are you from was it Charm City Skate Park? You're probably a couple hours from there, huh?
Yeah, a couple hours. Now that's going to be my next goal, is to get to that one.
And then there's
a little further out.
Switching Signals in Pittsburgh, right?
I didn't make it there. I'm going to check that place out too. Yeah, that's my goal to start. Because now, since I had this competition in September at the beginning, I told a couple of skaters that won and stuff, or that really helped me out a lot, that, I'll put them on as a team riders. Just told them they're team riders. I'll hook them up with some flow. But now we're going to do some skate trips. We're going to make some skate trips just to live that life. They know they're not expecting to get like money or nothing like that, but just to hear that they're on a team, they're loving it, and they're really good at skating. So way better than me. They're teaching me.
Yeah,
I'm old. I still got something, but nothing like I used to.
Well,
I'm getting it back.
I mean, take it from me. If you're trying to grow the sport, it is untethered to how good you are as a rider. Right? Like, frankly, I'm not a skateboarder. My background's BMX. I do skate. I teach tons of skate lessons. Like if a non-skateboarder saw me skate, they'd be like, "Oh, look, a skateboarder." But if a skateboarder watched me skate, they'd be like, "Yeah, he's really stiff." It's not not a skateboarder. Yeah, I could skate a 3-foot mini ramp and have a good time, but that's about where I stop. But that doesn't like denudate the passion I have and what I'm trying to do for action sports more broadly, right?
People see it. They let me know too. They're like, "Dude, you brought a skate shop to this town. Like, we've never had a skate scene like we have now. It's definitely growing. A lot of new skaters are coming about. A lot of older skaters that didn't skate anymore are coming back out of the woodwork. So that's awesome."
Man, there's going to be an explosion of new riders when you guys get your outdoor park, which is coming, as you told me pre-show. Do you have any plans to? I guess once you tell me if you have any plans pertaining to, and you told me, oh, geez, I'm freaking fried today. In anticipation of your free outdoor public park coming, which you told me is being poured right now, are there things you're planning to do to catch whatever ground balls come your way in the wake of this, the wave of new riders, which presumably is going to happen?
What do you mean, like just inventory wise, or just like event wise?
Anything really.
Well, definitely we plan on having some more competitions, just local competitions. I mean, it'd be cool if some out of town skaters came, but just to get people the chance to try to get out there and have fun doing it. It's more about having fun, Other than that, I really just plan on setting up at the skate shop probably every Saturday, like a mobile skate shop, or setting up at the skate park after it opens every Saturday. Instead of opening up here, I'm gonna buy an enclosed trailer and make a little mobile skate shop. That's my goal on that. And have it to where I could pull up there, and if people break their boards on the spot, they can come right up to the shop and, just help people out. Because I'm going to have a lot of stuff. I give away a lot of shit too, like a lot of boards that people donate. You know, a kid comes in, and I can tell that they don't have a lot of. I've had kids come in, and they ask how much the board is on the wall, and then they don't have. They're looking at how much they have, and they don't even have enough for the deck. And then they realize they got to get grip tape, and I got some completes, but they don't want that complete. They want that deck.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, I got to get grip tape and all this other stuff too." And I was like, "Yeah." So I'll either like work a deal out with them or give them a good discount. Because I just want really it's out. I just want them to skate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. It's not about. I'm not caring about getting rich doing this. I don't plan on getting rich doing this. I just want skateboarding. I just want everybody else to be out there skating, like, and get that joy and experience that it helped me. Like, it definitely kept me from going insane when all that stuff was happening when I was younger. My parents were fighting and getting divorced, and I lost my dad when I was 17. Skating really helped me in that moment for sure. Like, it got me out of that mindset and into just focusing on skating, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I was in a rough house in my mid to late teens with a lot of alcoholism and hard drugs and all kinds of stuff. And I didn't do any of that. I was actually hardcore straight edge, like reactionary to what was happening around me. But I just knew, just go out to this parking lot and just ride it out. Ride it out.
Right.
Whether you're alone, you got someone to show up. And
exactly.
And I skated. Most of when I skated is when I was younger, because all you had was like some manual pads and a curb spot, and you could only like bike it so much. And it's like, all right, well now I'm gonna skate it, And I used to keep a flat rail in the back of my pickup truck that was like more fun to skate than to bike. So I was, do like three tricks.
The little parking curbs were so much fun.
Yeah,
I would spend from like 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning before I had to go to school. Just one spot. It had like a little embankment, and it had some parking curbs where parking spots were, and that's all I needed. And I would spend, all those hours there all night.
Dude, everyone's got those spots when they were a teenager that like in your mind are just, it was the best ever. You go back there as an adult and you look at it, you're like, how the hell did I spend this like all day, every day with my friends, countless memories, and it's just like, that's it?
Right.
Oh, dude.
Well, you set up pallets and all over the pallets.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's the good stuff. You're you're total grassroots. Like, you're like building the scene from, not from nothing, but you're picking up the crumbs. This outdoor park's going to be huge for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully that, generates new long-term customers. Skating is tough though, because a lot of the kids they want the instant gratification, and skateboarding is so hard. So hard.
It is. My son shows it all the time. He wants to go straight from ollies to already landing kick flips, and I'm like, you gotta put in a little time. You gotta get the ollies down, all the curve first.
Yeah. I'll do lessons with people, and then they want to like, now do this, and I'm like, well, now that you can just go from one side of the skate park to the other, you should probably do that for like the next 2 months until you're really good and you have good board feel and balance and all that stuff, and then try to start to do stuff, because like you still like you don't know how to fall yet. You don't have that subtle sense of it. It's about to hit the wall and I gotta bail. Because you get better at falling as you get better at riding.
Oh yeah, you can definitely get quick feet where you can just jump off real quick. Oh, that's definitely like my buddy who does the band, the lead singer, Josh Robertson. Since he's been coming to the shop, this is how we met. He came into the shop. He asked to hang a flyer up. I just opened like a month. And I was like, well, hell yeah, hang a flyer up. I support any local band or whatever. And he's been watching me skate. He's coming here. I skate all the time in the shop in the back. And it inspired him to get a board. And he's a bigger guy, like a heavier set guy. But I got him a pretty decent sized strong board where I ain't gonna worry about it breaking on him. Well, anyway, he started practicing on his own on this parking lot down the street from us. And then he told me the other day, and then I went with him, and he's doing pretty good, just going from the one side of the parking lot, cruising to the other side. Like, I never really showed him any lessons. He's just trying this on his own. And then yesterday he came in saying that he rolled his ankle because he got scared and went to jump off and didn't really know what he was doing. And the board kept going, and he put all his weight on. Well, anyway, he ended up, even going to the hospital over it because he wasn't used to rolling his ankle and falling. And he's like, "Man, took off the night off work." I said, "Yeah, that'll happen. You'll roll your ankle a couple times for sure." It's definitely going to make you or break you as far as skateboarding goes.
Yeah.
Whether you want to keep doing it.
I say that a lot to the parents in the lessons, the parents of the kids I'm doing lessons. Like, the first fall is very much the make or break point for most kids. Some kids hit the floor, get back up, and like, I'm good. Right. Some kids hit the floor and they're done. They are done. So one thing I do for my lessons is I provide all the stuff for the lesson. And I use all these balance boards and boards with no wheels I made. I have this whole process I've been developing over like a decade.
That's smart.
I could share that with you on the side if it's something you want to do. So, but I tell the parents, I'm like, listen, don't buy them a board. Come here with nothing. I'll provide everything, helmets, pads, all the stuff. At the end of the lesson, if they really want to do it, then you can buy a board. But like, save yourself, the $100 or whatever it is, and the parents appreciate that because you're looking out for them. So then, if you do the lesson, the kid loves it, and then they're already here, so they're going to buy a board from me most of the time.
Right.
But I'm not like super pushy. We have actually 3 skate shops in our area, so I tell everyone, hey, this is what I have. There's this shop, that shop. They'll have more inventory if you want to shop around and find something he really loves. Go for it. But most of the stuff I stock is, I choose kind of kid-friendly graphics, and I sell a lot of completes because that's the demographic I deal with,
Right. Yeah, I sold a bunch of completes last week at this event, so I just ordered a bunch more. I built my own.
You deal with Eastern Skate Supply, I'm guessing, from the brands you have?
Yeah.
You talk to Clint?
One of them. I'm about to, I'm getting involved with Deluxe right now.
Okay.
Rampage Skatepark. The owner of that, Dave Peterson, he hooked me up with a couple of his sales reps.
Cool.
So I'm gonna get involved with them. I just, at first I wasn't even going through a distributor. It was literally like eBay, Amazon, whatever. And then once I got my business license and things like that, it opened up new doors, and it's definitely been a blessing.
If you could be diligent and watch the sales and stuff, and your timing is good for sales because the companies are all struggling right now. Like, I see you have some of the Heart Supply decks. I'm sure you got those in that awesome deal they had going.
Yes, I did.
And they just had a bunch of those rad completes. They're cheap completes, but they were blowing them out for frankly, like, they were selling complete skateboards for $20 at shop cost.
Oh, I had a couple of them, and then one broke right on the guy outside. Like, he went outside and tried, and he just started skating again, so it wasn't like it was anything he did. And I looked at it, and it was because the glue in the middle of the wood had split. The whole veneer came up. The whole middle of the board just split like this. It didn't break like from him jumping.
Oh, that's so weird. That should be a warrantyable issue then.
Well, I gave him a new deck right away. I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, dude, just pick out a deck. I got it.
Yeah, but when I was saying from a business perspective, when those sales come up, you gotta jump on those things, right? Like, I bought a whole bunch of those decks, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna sit on them. I could do it a giveaway. Who cares? I could integrate them into my rental fleet. It's like, for you, like, say, you wanted to do some skate clinics at the new skate park, something like that. Like, if you can get a bunch of completes for like super cheap like that, that's like a diamond in the rough right there.
You're right. Because right now I'm looking at, I'm going to give away a bunch of these older decks that people have been giving to the shop. So what I'm going to do is resand them and paint them, and then put, just cheaper bearings, wheels, and trucks on it for the people that I'm just going to give out. I'm just going to give them away. So, but that would be smarter. I didn't even think about doing it like that. Thank you for that advice.
I've had, a decade now of, paying $10,000 a month rent and trying to find every possible place to pinch a penny. So, like, I'm pretty decent at it, I mean, the post, you just got into the biz. The COVID era was crazy And then the
That's when I tried to
post-COVID,
launch.
yeah,
I tried to launch in 2020, and COVID was happening, so it was not going to happen here in Cumberland. That's for sure. I had to just wait.
Dude, during COVID, you could not get product. It was out of control. I particularly did Eastern Skate Supply. They had nothing. When you logged into their site, there was literally nothing. It was crazy. And like you know how many SKUs that company has, how big that warehouse must be.
Yeah.
They had nothing, right? So then I was seeing on Instagram other skate shops getting product in, and I could tell by the selection of brands, they must be getting it from that distributor. How come I can't? So I called them and was like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
And the answer they told me was, well, product's going so fast. So basically what we're doing is we drop all the product in the store at a certain time. And if you're not there, if you don't know the time, you're never going to get anything.
Yeah.
And I said, why the F don't I know what that time is? Like, I've been a dealer with them at this point for 5 years. It's like, and he goes, well, you got to be on the mailing list. What mailing? Like, am I just not a cool enough skate shop at the time to? So then they got me on the list, and then I started to know when the drops would come, and then the drops would come, dude, and all the product would sell out in like 10 minutes, all up, all gone. Like, you'd basically try to add as much to your cart as you possibly could and get to the checkout as fast as possible if you wanted to get anything.
Right.
And then fast forward, post-COVID, everything comes to a screeching halt. No one's buying everything. All the distributors are now overstocked. They start dropping prices. Now, during COVID, they were raising prices because the demand was so high. Now, post-COVID, no one wants to buy anything. They're bringing the prices back down, having all these blowouts and these sales. And it's like, if you positioned yourself well and didn't do too much, you could have really stocked up on some great priced product.
Right.
But many shops rode the COVID wave and then overextended themselves or reinvested that money into, foolish things. And then all of a sudden, what the heck, it was a rough time.
See, I was glad I waited.
You're smart for waiting. Dude, I run a bike shop out of the skate park as well. And I started doing that post-COVID. And exactly what I explained to you happening in the skate industry happened exactly the same thing in the bike industry. And I got to stock out like basically an entire bike shop's worth of tires and tubes and all your generic stuff for like the dumbest prices because they were all overstocked. I mean, I'm saying I got like tires that you would sell to a customer for $20. You normally would buy them for like $12. I got them for like $2, $3.
Yeah.
Like just the stupidest deals. It was just
like, what? Why wouldn't I buy this?
Yeah. And what's so dumb is these bigger companies were like scrambling to get product out of China, and then they couldn't. And then when they finally could, the COVID sales already stopped. So then all the product's coming in and no one wants to buy it. But then they ordered like orders behind those orders, so they had more product trying to come in, and they didn't sell the first product. So then you have this scenario where these distributors are trying to blow out product to me, the shop, because they're trying to get the other product into their warehouse.
Right.
And it's like, well, if I buy 100 of something from you, I normally would only buy 50, but I'm buying 100 now because it's so cheap. That means I'm not going to buy it from you for another year or whatever.
Right.
And I think we're just now getting to like some sort of homeostasis in the action sports post-COVID landscape. It's rough.
Dude, I couldn't even. That would be rough. That's why it's like with this, sometimes like I can't even get the same boards in. People were like, "Well, what's that board?" That's the good thing about me making my own wraps, because then I can just reprint the same wrap. As long as I get good blanks, I'm good. As long as the blanks are good. Now, if the blanks ain't good. But if, at some point, I'm going to get a press and put it right here where people can see the process of those, how a skateboard's made. I'm gonna have it like the front window where people can see it. And I'm gonna be making my own boards, pressing my own boards. Now I know that I won't be able to do like the demand, but if it ever got that bad again, at least I could make my own boards. As long as I can get veneer from somewhere.
Well, there's a reason that most shops push their own shop decks. It's because they get much better margins on that. I mean, you
Right.
know, a lot the people might not know. Like, if you want to buy like the most recent pick, whatever brand drops for the fall of 2025, you know, they're gonna cost me or you like $52 or something. It's like $48, $52 for a deck. And then what are you gonna
Right.
what are you gonna sell it at retail for? $70 and make $18? You know, like it's brutal. But if you
Yeah,
stock,
that's
yeah,
about what I make right now.
and then you
Because
give
I
people on
told you I'm
free
not
grip
worried
tape
about.
too.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
If you want to
And a
make,
lot of times I'll hook them up.
yeah, if you want to make money, you're looking at price point decks, or you get shop decks made where you can get those shop decks into your store for somewhere between like 20 to $30, and you could sell them for like 40 or
Right.
50 and make a decent margin. That's why that's all everyone does, really.
Yeah, that's why I sell the blanks. The blanks that I get, the painted ones or the wood grain. The wood grains are they're all $30 is what I sell them for.
That's great.
And then the wraps the hand painted ones like that red and black one, that's hand painted. I only charge 40 for that, which is a good deal. But like you said, I'm not really making a lot of profit, but it's not. I'm just doing it right to get the skateboarding out here. You know? But
Yeah.
like the wraps, I have to charge 65 for them because I'm paying 25 for just the wrap that goes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I,
you said, you know, we kind of got an idea of why you're doing it, right? You're trying to bring skateboarding to everyone. So what's like the goal? What's your long-term goal in opening this shop?
just to supply Cumberland with skateboards and eventually have the indoor park and eventually when I'm really old and I can't skate no more, which hopefully never happens, I could just watch other skaters at the skate park and just be a part of skateboarding. That was just my whole goal. Because I'm not a pro. I'm never gonna be pro. I get that now. But I could still be a part of skateboarding for even when I die, my name will go down as he did something with skateboarding. And that's just really what it's about. I just want to give back.
That's awesome. Obviously, I relate to all that.
Yeah.
Indoor skate park is tough, but it sounds like there's a demand, or at least there's nothing else near there.
Yeah. And Altoona is the only indoor skate park.
What's the park in Altoona?
It's called Skate 14, but it's like SK814.
Okay.
Action Sports or something like that.
I never heard of it. I'm gonna look it up.
Dude, you should look it up. It's pretty awesome. I've been there. They change it over every couple years. They'll like close it down for a couple months and they'll redo the whole layout of the park.
Oh wow.
So every couple years they'll go back. I haven't even been there in like 4 years, but they've already changed it a couple times since I've been. But it's pretty nice. It's for an indoor park for sure, and it gives you that old school feel. Like,
oh yeah, it's totally got old school vibes.
dude, you go into this like factory warehouse side door, and you walk down these steps, and then all of a sudden you just walk in this door, and you're in a skate shop, and then you walk and get your wristband or whatever. If you know the guy, you don't need a wristband, and you pay your money, and then you walk through this other door, and you're in a skate park, and it's definitely like concrete floors, just wooden ramps, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's very skate centric, plaza style, indoor. It's pretty cool. Look, you guys can look this up. It's skate SK8-1-4 is their website. If you guys want to look it up, decent website too.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty good people. They always got events going on and competitions and stuff. And
it's weird. I never even heard of them.
Competitions, scooter competitions, skate competitions. It's pretty cool. I know when I went there, it was probably, like I said, it was a while ago. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even.
Oh, that's funny. I'm not following them, and they're not following me. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
What are the odds?
I can't believe that I'm even on your podcast talking to you right now. So what are the odds of that?
Oh, what? They
Yeah,
have
it's awesome.
they have a disc. They're doing a disc golf night. That's so funny. I do disc golf at my skate park too.
Yeah. I did see videos about that. They just put that in. That was not there when I went. When I went, they didn't even have none of the paint on the ramps or nothing. It was all like different.
It looks like they recently repainted it. The place looks really good.
Yeah, and they just opened it back up because they redid all of it since they had like the Ninja Turtle theme. They've already closed it down since then, and for like a month or so. Because somebody that came in the shop today said, "Yeah, they just opened back up. They changed everything around." I don't know if they.
I'm gonna send them a message, see if I can get these people on the show here.
Dude, that would be awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. I'd like to talk to every skate park owner. We need like a secret society of skate park owners. You're not allowed in it till you open your park, though.
I'll be opening this. Hey, I got a makeshift DIY park for myself back there that I showed you.
Yeah.
It's fun. Nothing like what you got, that's for sure.
I mean, there are not a lot of places that have what I have, and it's probably because this is just too much. I don't think you need this much.
I know. I remember that video that you made. You were like, "Is it enough or is it not enough?"
Yeah, I'm like old school. This is like what skate parks were like in the early 2000s. These just gigantic spaces. I don't think it really needs to be this big. I think, I guess it depends, right? And this logic applies to outdoor parks as well. The choice is, do you want an amenity that serves your general population in your area, right? Are you building something for your local community, or are you building something that that's a destination? You want to draw people in, right?
Right.
My actual mindset on my park was actually was the former. I want to serve my community. I want to be strong in my community. I wasn't looking to build something that was a big regional draw, although that would be great. And my bowl is a big draw. My box jumps for the bikes is a unique thing that's a big draw. So I probably could have had half as much skate park and served the community well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but like you said too, it's nice to be able to draw the outsiders in.
Yeah, the foam pit and the resi help too.
Yeah, it's awesome looking. Your park's awesome looking. I was just showing people the park earlier, and they were like, "Oh man, we got to make a trip."
I mean, I think it looks better in pictures than it looks in person. It's rough, dude. Like, I'm a one-man show. I've been doing this alone for a long time, and
I know how that is.
The ramp
I'm starting out, but yeah,
there's a lot of not a lot. There's a decent amount of
cutting that wood earlier. I was like, yeah, man, I know that feeling. That's pretty much what I do in here, but at a smaller scale.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of local skaters that just won't come here, that don't like here, that talk shit about here. And their criticisms aren't far off. Like it is beat up and the Masonite's in rough shape, and I'm a one man show, so I literally just don't have the time to mop and sweep and all that stuff. And I have some great customers who do that for me when they're around,
That's awesome.
And it's like, yeah, how much do you want me to work, right? Like, I mean, you're doing it, you're working overnights and you're doing this, like it's not the most sustainable thing.
Consideration, at least, just to be like, come help you if they got a problem with it. Help you, like you said. If they could have been helping you cut that wood earlier today.
Well, I did have two people here help me today. Two of my best customers. They're awesome. They're like they messaged me. They're like, when can we come help?
Right. That's the people that were skating. That's how they are for me earlier. They're in my team already. Now, I told we had that competition, and then they really helped out a lot. One of them won second place for the competition, which it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And that's what they do here. Anything I need help with, they're like, "What do you need? We'll help you." And it just feels good.
Yeah, I would say as a piece of advice for you or anyone that's doing anything in this space, if you're trying to grow the scene, one of the most valuable things you can find are those people that support you. Those people, and obviously don't burn bridges, but don't be afraid to ask for help. When someone comes to you and they say, "I want to help you," have something ready to be like, "This is what I need help with." Right? I'm going to be down at the new outdoor park on Saturday. I'm going to be there at this time. I like, and be specific. People don't like when people want help. They want specifics on what you want to do. They don't want you to show up. They don't want to show up and you to be like, well, maybe you do this. Maybe it's like, no, like show up and say, I need exactly X from 9 to 9:30. I need you to help me unload these ramps from my trailer, whatever.
See, that would have been better on my part the day of the competition, because that was one thing I needed help was loading all these ramps up from here, taking them down to the DIY parking lot where we were going to have it at, unloading all the ramps. And one of the guys, Curtis Williams, he was here. Maybe not as soon as I started doing it, but he showed up shortly after and he helped me with all of it. And that's why at the end I said, dude, you definitely earned your spot as a team rider for sure, And it made him happy. And he actually came in today and got aboard and was skating in the back. They were playing a game of skate. It was nice.
Yeah, you definitely got
that loyalty thing it's there.
That's huge. And like when it comes to running those events, you gotta know where your strengths are and know where your weaknesses are and find people that can fill you in on, if you're great on the megaphone being the hype man, awesome. Then you better have people around you working logistics. And if you're the logistics guy, you got to find a hype man.
Yep.
Right. And because it's so hard to be both, right?
Yes, it is.
I've been doing events in the action
at the same time and build boards. Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, I've been doing events in the action sports space for, at this point, damn near 20 years, and it's a skill in it of itself to organize an event that you can actually execute with the team you have. Something that you could, the type of event where it's like, I could do this whole thing by myself. It is that simple. It's that lean. But if I had 5 volunteers, we'll knock it out of the park. Because you don't want to set yourself up for like, I need 5 people, and then when only 3 show up, you logistically can't handle, the 40 kids who showed up to get skate lessons or whatever it is.
Right.
And then you look bad, and your business looks bad, and that's the last thing you want.
Right. Somebody that runs a bike shop around here, I'm not going to name the names or nothing, but they were trying to get some of the local skaters to do skate lessons type deal, and it was really just kind of like, oh, I'm going to have these lessons, and he set it all up, and he was wanting these local skaters to come teach the lessons, but then he had all these kids show up, but none of the skaters showed up because they really, for one, they really don't back him, and two, like you said, he kind of like made all these promises, and it made him look bad, and now no one really goes and messes with his business. And it's like, well, skateboarding wise, he still makes good sales other places, but I noticed a lot of the skaters are like, yeah, we won't go there, and it's all just because, like you said, don't burn your bridges.
Well, I mean, you're a passionate guy, it seems like, so you're going to be there, and people are going to see that. And when people see someone who's passionate and driven, they want to support you. They'll want to help you because they're like, this guy's doing stuff. It's different when someone's sitting back and kind of orchestrating and not doing any of the work.
Yeah,
people are going to see every time I go in the shop, Johnny's there.
Yeah, they're ready to hang out with you and teach you something, or maybe learn something and talk about skateboarding for sure.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It's living the dream, really.
Yeah.
So you said you're on the board or whatever advisory committee to help get your skate park built there.
Yeah, it's right now it's just called the Cumberland Skatepark Committee, and it was just like it was other people that started out, and I got invited on, but now I'm part of it, and we just did events and had talked to city council, and one of the main guy of the committee, he had to do like a lot of the voicing for us up at the city hall meetings and talk to the mayor and just get all the approvals and then be like the middleman between the engineer of the guy who's like drawing up the plans for the skate park and then the actual like instead of going with Spawn Ranch, they went with Rampage, which I guess is like who Spawn Ranch hires sometimes anyway. They kind of went with like the middleman instead of going with the corporate. I don't know. Somehow or another, they saved a lot of money that way. So that was nice. But yeah, the reason I'm on is because I donated like 10 skateboards to one of their events. I had been trying to get on before that. They told me that it was too full. And then I heard they were having an event, and I said, would it be cool if I brought some skateboards for y'all to have to just raffle off or whatever? And I don't know if they took me serious, and they were like, yeah, come and bring them down. And I brought like 10 complete boards and laid them all out on the table for them. And they were like, oh, man, do you want to be on the committee? And I'm the only skateboarder on the committee. Everybody else is kind of like just something to do with like, I don't know, the one dude's a bike rider. The other people are just like office people. Like they're just part of to try to get the movement going. They know people in politics and stuff.
That's really
Like,
interesting.
yeah. So it was cool that they were like, "We need you. You're a skateboarder."
So you said there was like kind of a main guy behind it who did a
His
lot of
name's
the stuff.
Greg Kerr.
What's the name?
Greg Kerr. He definitely like he didn't start it. It already kind of happening before he got on. But some of the people that started it just fell out, and he kind of took it over and really got the voice out there. He was the one who really helped talk to like the city officials and to the mayor and stuff.
Are you close with this gentleman?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I talked to him. I definitely.
Could you
I
hook me up with him? Could you get me his email or something so I could reach out to him? I'd love to have him on the show to hear the story.
definitely.
Cool.
Definitely.
I'll reach out to you about that after the show or at another date because I've done a couple shows on skate park stuff recently, and anytime this happens and any municipality gets a park built, I want to have everyone on because I want to get all the stories and learn like what are all the the things that worked, right? Because if we could start finding all those right things, then the next town, like, hey, here's the top 5 things you got to do if you want that park built, right?
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. And he definitely just had his foot in the door already too. He knew some of the people that we were dealing with on a different level. I think he works with one of them. But either way, like his voice is what got through to city council. I would say that 100%.
Right.
City council listened and they were like, okay, let's do it. And they helped grant. They gave. I know the city gave like 200,000, and I want to say the county gave like over 300,000 towards the skate park. So and maybe even another two. Yeah, I think they ended up. Yeah, because what it was is our budget was like 550, and we went over budget, and it was like 7 something. And the city made a meeting, and they went ahead and said, "We're going to bite the bullet on the money, and go ahead and build the park." So it was cool that they went ahead and just said, "Let's just build it, give them what they want."
We got a comment for you in the live chat. Rodney Lynch said, "I'm watching you, Johnny boy."
That's my buddy. He's a team rider.
Cool.
He's one of the guys who made it on. Yeah, he's cool. He was just in here landing some sick tricks.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had on a friend of mine 3 weeks ago. He works for Pivot Customs. He's a foreman, so he builds concrete parks for a living. And
that's awesome.
We talked all about this. Next week, I actually have on another guy who builds concrete parks and the owner of what's the company? I think they're called Always Hard Concrete. They build skate parks as well. So they're going to be on next week. So like we're going to unpack this. Now, Baboon told me, I think this was off camera, not during the show, that Spawn is like, people are iffy about Spawn. Now, I get comments on my videos that people like Spawn. I've heard from several people in the industry that they don't like Spawn.
Right.
And they said that Spawn does. It's almost like a modern prefab that they pre-weld these metal frames for the ramps and then truck them in and then just fill them with concrete. Which to me, as a business person, I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense, right? But also it means the parks would have a lot of similar features. But also if they're hours and hours away, who cares if the A-frame is the same? But also like when you have good dimensions, like, you know, like
why not keep them?
Yeah, a good flat bar, a good flat ledge, a good A-frame. When you have stuff that works, like use it, right?
Right.
Now I just reviewed the park in Niagara Falls, New York. And someone in the comments told me that Spawn did that. Now, this is 2016 that park was built. So it's probably before they're using their current methodology. But in that review, I noticed there's Bondo on the flat bottoms and some of the seams. And someone in the comments actually said that Spawn subcontracted a local concrete company to do the flat bottoms. They just did the ramps, which is interesting.
Oh, no.
So I wondered if those deviations and the issues in the pour were from the other company.
Right.
And what my buddy Baboon said, he said, yeah, Spawn's good. Like, they build parks fast. And like when you build parks fast, sometimes they get it fast and get it done and get out of town. And sometimes the fast builds lead to some, issues. So
quality isn't 100% there when you get the time.
Yeah, I don't know. And I've only done one episode with one person in the industry. I'm going to have some more people. And as I continue to do the show, I hope I can talk to everyone from every company and build up some real resolution around like the different methodologies between the different companies and whatnot. Now, with what you said earlier, in many bigger municipalities or in particular states, they have they're like, God, it's a policy of like non-compete or something. Basically, the company who wins the bid to design a project cannot be the same company that builds the project, right?
Yeah.
And which is an unfortunate thing because then these skate parks have to abide by these local rules. But when it comes to skate park, it's not just like a building or it's a skate park. You really do want the company who designed it to build it.
Right.
So a lot of times you get stuff like that where it's like, oh, it was designed by X company but built by Y company, and there can be logistics issues, when it comes to pouring the park. And
I could definitely see that happening for sure. I was kind of worried too about like that here because I'm pretty sure originally we was going to go with Spawn Ranch. And like you said, they were going to have to hire a different company to build it. They were going to design it, but then they were going to hire a different company, which I'm pretty sure was going to be Rampage. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm not positive, but I want to say that it was going to be Rampage and that they were going to come build it. But somehow or another, we just got in touch with Rampage and we had somebody else design the park, but still had Rampage build it.
Yeah.
It was just not designed by Spawn Ranch. Now, I want to say Hagerstown, which is like an hour and 20 minutes or so from here. I want to say their park is by Spawn Ranch, and I like it. I don't have no problems with it. It's nice. So I guess it's the user, in their opinion, honestly.
Yeah, I don't mind. If a park is similar to another park, the more skate parks you get, it's like whatever, like stuff's gonna be similar.
Right.
I find a lot of the parks that we're getting up here in New York State, they like, it's like they over design them and then don't think through. Like it seems like they just like pile it all onto the footprint and go, here you go. And then whoever's on the committee, you see a skate park design and you go, that looks great. You don't really sit there. You're so excited to finally get the plans in front of you. You don't stop and go, wait a minute. Well, that's 8 feet wide and that's only 12 feet away. You're not going to do that. And
no, I was happy with whatever because a lot of people were complaining that there wasn't like going to be a bowl at the time. Well, when like comments and surveys and stuff we had around town on social media. And we were like, yeah, but that's an extra 300 grand, that we can just get this park right now and make sure we have one. I'm happy with the piece of slab, flat slab. I grew up on just the driveway. So to have, like you said, that park in front of me on a blueprint, I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I didn't even give a crap if it was 20 feet apart, the quarter pipes or whatever. I was just happy to get something. So I agree with you on that for sure.
Yeah, man, this is the world I exist in, so I'm like very into these conversations about skate parks. It's like they have these awesome, typically the company designing the park will have these great community input meetings. And so people come in, they do various different things, like you get 5 gold star stickers or something, and you can put the sticker on the features you like. They do various things, which is great because you get some community feedback. But what ends up happening is the people who are really passionate enough or happen to be off on that Thursday night end up having like a real disproportionate say in what gets built. I don't think many of these committees or these design companies are actually thinking about, really thinking logically about the user groups. The vast majority of users at any skate park probably aren't even born yet, because it's mostly beginners. They get to an age, whether it be somewhere between, say, 8 and 13, 14, and they're in it for those like 4 years or so, and then they're back out of it,
Right.
And so if you cater your park only to really advanced riders, you could very possibly alienate so many of the beginners. But if you cater only to beginners, you can alienate the experts. So you kind of have to look at, I think, what your community is and what its needs are, and then look at what other skate parks are generally in your area. So you told me there's virtually no skate parks around you. So to me, it would sound really stupid to build like a really big, deep, or advanced skill level bowl, because there's no other bowls. No. If you were to build a bowl, you should build like a flow style bowl, maybe like 3 to 5 foot. That's a little more complex and kind of like pumpy that anyone can ride. And then if another town in your area wants to build a park, like, okay, they already have like a 4 or 5 foot. Let's do like a 6 to 8.
A big deep bowl. It's deep. It's like one part, I think it's 12 feet or 15.
Ooh, that's big. That's big.
Yeah, it's deep. I mean, it might be 10 foot, but either way, it's definitely way taller than me. Way taller. Because I wasn't going to drop in. That's for sure. I'm not ready for that.
So what does this new Cumberland Park look like? Have you seen the plans? Is it mostly plaza style? What's the square footage? Do we have a picture?
I couldn't tell you the exact square footage. Let me see if I can.
Is this breaking news? Oh, okay.
So let's just say this over here, it's backwards. This is like supposed to be, yeah. No.
So is that all entire half pipe on the backside?
So this is it's already built right now. Okay. This whole entire half pipe, right? And it's going to go from it goes from like 4 up to like 6 foot. Yeah. But the city changed a couple things around when they went and dig up the ground. So where it's at, it's in a floodplain.
Oh, that's
originally, when they built it, they were going to build this above the ground and have everything wash off. Well, the city went in and built a retaining pond. It would be over here.
Okay.
A retaining pond, and they put in a drain here, a drain here, and a drain here. So they had to compensate for that and make everything fall towards the middle now. Well, so they put a little bowl section. See if I can show you.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures right now. There's a pool coping corner at the end of the half pipe.
Into this little section where the pump track would continue to go around, they built a little bowl section. So now we have a half of a bowl type deal. It's a smaller, but it's kind of like gives the people what they want for the most part. This is what it generally is going to look like, though. Half pipe, pump track that kind of goes all the way around the whole deal, and then a street course in the middle with waterfall down.
Yeah, I'm seeing a post on Reddit, r/skateboarding, Cumberland Maryland skate park. There's a bunch of pictures of them. This is from 21 days ago, so they've been working for a while now, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you look at like the Cumberland Skatepark on Facebook or something right now, they have up to date pictures of like 2 weeks ago, I think. So the
Okay,
half pipe is all built except for one little section in the middle, like just in the middle. People are already like that go and volunteer. They're letting us skate it a little bit. The workers and stuff. They're like, hey, when we ain't got nothing for you to do, you could just skate, and then when we need you to do something, just come over here and do it. Type stuff.
dude. Some of the renderings of this park look freaking awesome. Like the pump track feature, and then like the mellower, bumpy pump track on the opposite side. Like this looks pretty
I
awesome.
want you to come do a review when it's built, man.
Yeah, just pay to fly me down. I'll come to.
Yeah, yeah. We'll drive you down.
Dude, I always joke like imagine like my channel blows up if I get to like 250,000 followers and I'm making like thousands of dollars a month on content. I could fly to pick a state and just do like a dozen reviews.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Right now, I just try to post one a week. I've probably have 8 on my phone right now. I go on like a trip like I did in Labor Day, and I'll hit up like 3 or 4, and I just film it all, and then just wait and like I sit there when I have a 1-year-old daughter, and while she's taking a nap, I'll just edit the next one and then post it, and just kind of.
Right.
I have some I filmed in, I think May that I haven't posted yet because I kind of like try to like jump around a little bit.
Yeah. And like you said, that kind of gives you like later on, if you don't happen to get something, you got backup.
Yeah. Some of them have done pretty good for me.
Nice. Yeah, you're definitely, dude. I've been following you for a while, and I've definitely been telling everybody else about
That's
you.
awesome.
So hopefully some more followers.
Yeah, I started posting in December. December, when it was December 16th or 17th is my anniversary of the skate park opening. So it was our 8th anniversary last December. We had a party here, and we did a live stream it in this studio. And actually, my buddy who came in the side door and just surprised me before and didn't realize I was live, he was there. And I had a bunch of people come in and talk for a few minutes at a time. And I was like, maybe I do this weekly show, And my one buddy, Nick, who I've had on the show twice, he's at Plumbing Skater. At one point, he was making $10,000 a month across all the platforms by making plumbing content. He took his passion for making cool videos instead of skate videos. He was posting plumbing stuff. And so he's been like my, I don't know what you call him. He's Mr. Miyagi for me,
Your guru. He's your
guru. Yeah, helping me with my content. And
that's awesome.
Oh, geez, I forgot where I was going with that. Frick. What was I saying?
You're talking about how your buddy used to make all that money doing plumbing videos, and he became your guru to teach you how to make videos.
Oh, right, yeah. So, I mean, it's no secret when I do my content, like I'm not doing well here. My skate park's not doing good at all. I was doing good up until COVID. Post COVID, it's been terrible. I lost 25% of my customers, and they've never come back. I generally used to do about $250,000 in sales a year, which sounds like a lot of money, but when your lease is $120,000, all of a sudden more than half of that money is gone immediately.
Yeah.
Now I don't even break $200,000 a year, and I haven't been. Despite everything I've done, I can't. Nothing has worked. There's just not enough kids getting into action sports. So, with Nick's help, I decided I'm going to see if I can make money doing social media. I'm going to post, every other day or every day. I'm just going to try to grind this thing out. I said for 1 year, I'm going to do this, and maybe trying to do a weekly podcast and post all these videos and do ramp work and run a bike shop and do a bike share company and have 1-year-old daughter and everything else. Like maybe this isn't sustainable, but I'm going to do it.
It'll be worth it in the long run. It'll be worth it, brother.
Yeah, I believe so. But my initial goal was to do social media to try to, quote, save my business, right?
Yeah.
I started having these conversations with people, having conversations in the podcast, in the comment sections. And I just kept finding myself having these conversations where I'm talking about how action sports are dying. They're just companies aren't trying to reach kids where they are. They're just
Right.
they've kind of recoiled and they're trying to stay really lean and just survive the storm. But it's like it's not cool for a skateboard company to try to do like high school shows or just something to try to get to the
Right.
kids, right? And then
Right.
eventually it just hit me. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Maybe I need to be that guy. So I kind of pivoted, and I'm like, you know what? It's no longer about just trying to save Breaking Free Skatepark. It's about trying to save action sports more broadly. And so I kind of changed my messaging. I started leaning into the.
Is that why you made Make America Skate Again?
Well, I made that back in 2016. I've had shirts and stickers for years on that. But that's when I'm like, I'm leaning into this Make America Skate Again thing. I'm going.
Yeah, I've been trying to shout it out for you, man. Put it out here.
Dude, give me your after the show. I'll get your address. I'll find it myself. I'll send you a stack of stickers. I got 1,000 of them coming in. Actually, look at this shit. These are all. I have 140 envelopes from that stupid video where I was like, I'll send you free stickers. Out of control. I should have never freaking done that. I haven't even mailed them out yet.
That's cool as shit, man. Because honestly, that's what made me DM you and shit, and like email you and everything. I was already sharing your stuff, but dude, I was like, oh, I'll DM you for some stickers. I want some of them stickers. That was awesome. And look, that's awesome.
I already doubled my order, so I'm going to send more. I'll send you a big stack. I'm sending a bunch to other places, other skate shops and stuff that want them. But yeah, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about this thing and I'm gonna do the thing, and like I'm gonna be like, literally, it's like a lofty goal, but I want in 5 years action sports to be like booming again, and I want people to point at me. Not me. It's not about me, but about like my channel. Like, oh, I remember that dude's videos. Like that's what got me back in. That's what got my kid back in. And a lot of my content it's not very core, and I get a lot of hate. Not a lot of hate, but I get criticisms in the comments because like my target audience isn't hardcore skaters. It's like people who are nostalgic about riding, people who could ride. It's trying to kind of just stay on the fringes enough that it's engaging and entertaining for even people that don't skate, and maybe that gets them to skate.
Yes, I love it.
I get so many comments of people being like, "I don't even skateboard, but I didn't know that Skatepark reviews is something I need in my life." People love the review videos.
Dude, I love them. That's why. I know that, like, I was like, man, I know he's going to critique the shit out of our park, but I want you to come do it.
Well,
I love it, man. It's awesome.
I won't do some of our local ones just because I'm on the board that got our downtown park built. So I won't do, I don't think I'll ever do that because of the conflict of interest. And the other new one we got, I know all the people involved, and like and everyone, it's brand new and everyone loves it and they're so jazzed about it. And there's things I actually particularly don't like about it. And I just don't want to be that guy.
Right. Yep. You don't want to be the down guy that brings everybody's mood down.
Yeah.
I get it.
Totally. So, are you making money? I mean, like, you're paying your bills with the shop. Like, are you subsidizing with your outside income? Like, how's that going for you?
Yeah, I'm definitely. So, like, I am making sales, but all the sales money that I get, I just put right back into inventory. I just try to double my inventory every time I, could make an order or whatever. And like with the rent, I pay rent and I pay like the electric and internet and everything out of my other job that I work at night shift.
How's your rent? Is it reasonable?
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm able to do that. My wife owns a cleaning company and she shares the building. She has an office space behind this, that's her door right here.
Okay.
But she has an office in there. She, like, the break room and stuff is hers as she wants to use it. She shares a gym. There's like a little gym back there that we use.
Cool.
And she could use as much of the storage room as she wanted to. So we split all the bills down the middle. And like, I'm able to afford to pay my half of the rent anyway for the retail area.
And what are your thoughts about come winter time, right? You opened in February, so you're just ramping up to spring. You're at a skate shop. You're not making skate shops don't make a lot of money, and you're going to go into a couple months where it's going to be even harder to sell boards. Are you
Yeah.
planning seasonally in that regard, or are you just going to kind of send it?
I'm just gonna wing it.
Just going to wing it.
Just
Okay.
wing it.
Yeah.
Just winging it, man. And I looked at it like, well, I'll just have some Christmas specials. I know there'll be some moms out there want to get their kids skateboards for Christmas, and I'll do have some deals, things like that. And we're doing skate lessons now too. Like I'm not the one doing the lesson. One of my team riders is doing lessons, and it's bringing more business too as well. Like all the kids that he's doing lessons for, he's having them come here. Like I want to do like you were saying. That's a great idea. I love how we were talking about letting the parents just. I got a board, let him try it out. If you don't like it, at least you won't have to be out of the money for a board. I love that idea. We're gonna start using it. But yeah, as far as winter comes, that's my whole goal about having an indoor park now. That's my goal to try to get an indoor park. So when it's snowy outside, it won't hurt the sales as bad. It might even up them because people will want to go indoors. So
Yeah. I mean, it's a good duality if you have the retail and the indoor facility, because and the outdoor park nearby is certainly going to help. As far as the winter
right.
goes, I don't know if this might sound crazy or not crazy to you. Our local skate shop here in town hosts fingerboard jams. I don't know I don't know if you really make money on that. The I can't believe this is coming out of my mouth. The fingerboard scene here is actually pretty strong.
No, dude, that's cool. I got like a little tech deck station in the back. Yeah, that's cool.
I actually got to put, like, the fingerboard kids were coming in here on Sundays, and they'd bring their tables and all their obstacles and whatever, and it's cool. But it would get to the point where there would be like 15 people in the shop who are like fingerboarding. Right. Meanwhile, there's like another 40 people here who are like riding, and it's like, at a certain point, it's like the riders paid $20 to ride, and you guys aren't paying me anything to be here. And like, I want to support you, but at the same time, I can't have you taking away from the paying customers. So we either got to figure out a way where like you guys are giving me $50 as a group to be here, or like, and so since then they don't really mess with me that much anymore. But the local skate shop, Crudco, they host their little fingerboard jams, and from the videos I see, the turnouts are like unbelievable. I can't believe how many people fingerboard.
Yeah, every time a kid or somebody, even the older guys, come in here and they see that little tech deck station, they have to stop and pick it up and play or try to bust a little kickflip or whatever. I'm not that good at it, but it definitely passes time.
Oh, for sure. It. So, what's your where do you see your skate shop in 5 years?
Oh man, definitely more inventory. I see the whole entire wall filled with boards. More display cases. I'm hoping anyway. Yeah, that's mainly just to get that indoor space. I want the indoor skate park and have my retail, like my skate shop inside of it. That's my goal. Definitely just to have a lot more inventory. Maybe be able to actually pay some riders to be sponsored. Sponsor some riders. That'd be cool. Like I said, I got some team riders right now, but I'm just giving them flow. Even to be able to do that still feels awesome. Yeah, really just to grow. I just want to grow, but grow with inventory, definitely. Have the walls covered with decks.
Cool. I mean, you definitely just want to position yourself well when that park opens, and be able to go with the flow and see what the community's asking for. Obviously, when you are a cornerstone, a pillar of your local scene, you can really kind of you can massage the scene in directions you like, but at the same time, you got to kind of let it blossom and be ready to supply what they ask for.
Yes. Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't feel too good when a core skater comes in the shop and they ask for a certain brand and I don't have it. And I'm like, and then you don't really see them come back in no more because that they're like, well, They don't carry what I want. But that's where I just been. If they say something like somebody asked for this Blood Wizard, I ain't never heard of Blood Wizard before that point.
I actually skate a Blood Wizard deck.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the one that I ended up getting. It's cool looking. I like those things. And it's kind of weird too how like it's like a 9-inch in the middle, and then it goes to like 8.65 or whatever it is on the side. And it's just like, all right.
Yeah, the Blood Wizard all have like kind of doom metal graphic stuff.
Yeah. I never heard of one before, but you know, and then I didn't have any. And the guy was like, oh, all right, and I hadn't seen it. Well, I've seen them at events and stuff. And
you know, what you can do with your customers is, I do this with people. Since you're ordering from Eastern Skate Supply, anyone can go on to Eastern Skate Supply's website. You can't see the pricing, but you could say anything that's there, I can order for you. So just, you know, let me know. And you can get into that vibe with your customers. Like, hey, I'm Friday orders going out on Friday from ESS. You know, if whatever you want, send me links, and you know, we could do the orders, right? Like, you can get your people to jive with you. Then all of a sudden, it seems like you're in, and you're probably pretty close to them. You probably get their orders like in 2 days.
Yeah,
I get them in 2 days, and I'm up here.
If I ordered, what's today? Today's Wednesday. If I would have made my order today before 5, I would have probably got it here by Saturday. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe Monday at the longest. It depends. I think that 1 week was Labor weekend. I don't know. Yeah, it's something like that. It's like 2 or 3 days. It's really close. It's really fast. For the competition that I had, somebody came in, one of the guys that's building a skate park. His name's Dirt. He goes by Dirt. I don't know his real name. He wanted an anti-hero board. Well, I didn't have any, but we looked it up on ESS, and they had one on there. They had the one that he wanted, and he was like, all right, I want this one. And I ordered it for him, you know. And he also picked out some wheels and other things. And it made him happy because he was thinking he wasn't going to be able to skate in the competition. He wanted to skate in the competition, but he didn't have his board. His board's wherever he lived. I think in Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin, something like that. But it felt good. And then I was able to get him his board before the competition, and he won best trick.
Oh,
so
awesome.
It was good. Yeah.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen more of the competition, but like you said, when I was trying to I was trying to run my booth and then also like oversee the whole event. It was just hard to pay attention. It was my first event like that I hosted. It turned out awesome, but yeah, it was definitely a little overwhelming.
That's a certain type of stress, a certain environment that not everyone's cut out for. When you're hosting an event, especially when there's a lot of people, big turnouts, you are at super high bandwidth, right? You're like filled up 90% bandwidth from like the beginning to the end of the day. And at the end of and you might have fun and have a great time, but at the end of the day, you finally sit down and you're like,
yeah,
man.
Yep.
And it's it's its own type of fun, but people really don't realize how much work goes into doing all of these things for the scene, and how people like you and me, we're doing the things for the scene that we wish someone else was doing. We see like there's a void here, we need to fill it, no one's going to do it, I'm going to do it. I literally, when I plan events, I'm like, I just think, what would be a really cool event that I would like to be at if I was, me or any demographic or whatever. And it's like, all right, that's what I'd like to do. That's how we're going to run the event, right? And then you never get to have fun because you're the one always doing it. And you just hope that one day the scene grows so much that finally someone else will do it, and then you get to go and just skate and enjoy. I'm still waiting for that day.
Yeah. It's all good. Well, I'm so thankful that I have a skate shop and that I've gotten to this point. But when all the dudes come in and they're skating and they're getting hyped to skate, and then they leave to go skate,
and then you stay there.
I have to stay here to run the shop, but I have to tell myself it's all worth it it's all worth it, man. Because one day I will have my own, like you said, I'll have my own skate park, and I'll just be too old to really, and I'll have business or I'll have employees running a skate shop, and I'll just be able to relax, sit back like the old man on the front porch watching the kiddos.
Did kids always say how much they want to work at the skate park? And I'm sure this applies to skate shops. And I tell them, no, you don't. You know, you think you do. But actually,
Right.
if all you want to do is ride, there's probably no worse place you can be than being, 25 feet away from that and not being able to do it. You get to just
Right.
watch everyone have fun or watch them get ready to go sesh, and then you watch them skate down the street to the spot you can't go to because you are running the skate shop or you're watching the counter at the skate park.
Yeah.
It's torture.
Yeah.
When
It is true.
When I was younger, man, it was hard, dude. I got to work at another skate park before I had my own for a couple of years, and it was really hard to like stay behind the counter and work when all your homies are there riding, Then you try to like
Right.
get out there and ride. And fortunately, the way the other skate park was, you could actually be in a lot of the park and keep an eye on the entire shop space while you were riding. The way my park
Right.
is, it's not really like that.
Yeah, I could see it. Like your park's huge. Your park's really big, but it'd be hard to be at the other side and keep track of your shop.
Yeah, there's certain like today I was in the bowl working on the bowl, right? I hear the door
Right.
chime go off, and I just have the app on my phone for the cameras that are in the shop, and I just like it's actually faster for me to open the phone and open the app and make sure that the person who walked in or out of the door was one of the people who were already here riding, or was it someone else? And then I got to climb out of the bowl and run across the park and get to the shop to help the customer.
Oh yeah, I know. That's in the back. I'm building stuff. I built all the ramps and everything for that competition. So I'll be in the back building the ramps and put 2x4s together and cutting like the radiuses out and stuff. And I would hear the chime, and it would half the time it would be either a customer or like it would just be a friend coming over to hang out, or my wife showing up with my son or something. And I'd be like, oh, you had my heart beating because I'm back here. Didn't even think if I heard the chime. Barely heard it. Yeah, that bowl looks pretty sick, Doc. I want to skate it.
It's pretty good. It's like mostly 5.5 foot, and then it goes up to 6, and then the deep end has like an 8 foot, and the big corner's like 10.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The entire thing, the radius of every transition and every corner is 7'6".
Right.
I think.
That's
I don't really know.
mellow.
I didn't build it.
It's all mellow. It looks mellow. That's what's up.
It's not that mellow. I mean, 7'6" at 6 foot is fairly steep.
It looks mellow from the video. Yeah, the ramp so I built all except for one ramp at this competition. The Rampage guys built another ramp, and that thing was pretty gnarly. It was 4 foot high with the 4 foot radius.
Oh, yeah, it's steep.
Oh yeah, it was real. A lot of people were like too intimidated.
Yeah. Anything tighter than a 6 foot radius is pretty damn tight. 5.5, 5, 4 is like ridiculous. 4 is like
Right.
really, really hard to ride. You have to be like really, really good.
Yeah, like I don't know what I have on these little quarter pipes, but they're only 18 inches high. So it might be 6 foot radius on it. Maybe not even. They're small. My storage room angles down the ceiling, so I couldn't put nothing too high, or I would hit my head and stuff off the ceiling when I,
That's funny.
go up on coping. It's fun. It's something just because I was never really good at transition. I was a street skater growing up. I did ledges and stair sets and stuff. I just started getting into transition in the last couple years.
A little bit easier on the body.
Yeah, I'm getting older now, so I'm looking more towards like mini ramps and slappies. That's cool with me. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, in my opinion, every single skate park should have a mini ramp that's between 2.5 and 3 feet. And it's just endless possibilities. My mini is 2.5 feet tall. It was an afterthought. It was leftover pieces from the bowl we had, and I'm like, I'll just make a little mini ramp with it. It ended up being the most popular ramp in the place. We've expanded it twice, and
that's awesome.
And considerably more used than my 3-foot. And my 3-foot's also really fun. It's the 3-foot Spy Mini. It's like 24 feet wide. It's awesome. But that little kind of mellowish, not intimidating height under 3-foot mini ramp is just, people can just skate that literally forever. Like you can't run out of stuff to do because it's so small and so attainable. You could just all right, I'll try switch 50/50s today. It's like right there.
I've been unlocking a lot of stuff on those little ramps. That's for sure. Yeah, it's awesome. It feels great. And like you said, they're so mellow and small. Like if I mess up, I just step out. Like you might fall a little bit, but you're so low already to the ground. Even if you're not really even, like I fell a couple times today, but I didn't get hurt. Just slid on out.
Yeah. Well, so you've been open since February. Have you had any haters out there, or has things been mostly positive for you?
Mostly positive. A couple haters, but nothing really serious. They were just hating on other members of my family that have nothing to do with this. But
okay.
But they still brought it up, like, oh, that shop, Huckabay Skateboards, But I don't listen to none of it, man, because I know all the core skaters in town support me, and that means a lot. Because I was worried when I first opened that they wasn't gonna like support me, because I'm kind of a loner. I was kind of antisocial, didn't skate with a lot of people in town. I had a select few, and it was years ago when I skated with them. It's been a long time. So I was kind of thinking, man, I hope that they don't think I'm just doing this just to do it. Some of them don't even know that I'm a skater. And now that I've been around for a while, I hosted events, and the core skaters are vouching for me for town. It's definitely been helping. It's like, I'm accepted by the skaters now.
Yeah, I get that stuff in my videos. Oh, you could tell by the guy, he doesn't skate. You look at his X, look at his, it's, dude, the more, I guess publicity is the word. The more publicity you get on the internet, the more views you get, the more you get the ridiculous people firing off random shit at you. It's hilarious.
Oh, I know. I can definitely see that happening in the future. It's like you said, the more love you get, the more hate you're going to get as well. It's okay. They can hate all they want.
I always say if you're getting hate, you're doing it right, because it means you're stepping on some toes and you're making people uncomfortable. It means you're in the right area. If you're not upsetting someone, then you're probably not really doing much. It's too benign, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And skaters are very opinionated, so like it's really hard to be in this space and not upset people.
Oh yes, and I've had a lot of people ask me, well, can you put scooters in the shop? Can you, and bicycles, which I don't have nothing against BMX, but I'm just a core skater. I don't know anything about bikes or scooters or any of that stuff. So to me, putting it in the shop would mean I'm just doing it for the money. I'm not trying to do this for money. I'm doing this just for skating. And it's like, that right there has helped me gain more love from the core skaters because, like you said, they're so opinionated. You can go from a real skate shop to a quote unquote Zoomies, nothing against Zoomies, real fast, before they like consider you something different or just, oh, they're not a real skate shop. They're just selling skateboards. I could, and I worry about people thinking about it like that, but I've gotten to where now I just stuck to my guns and stayed core skateboarding, and it's really helped. So there's a bicycle shop like not far down the street. You can walk to it, and they sell BMX in there and stuff. So I don't want them to be like, well, what the hell? You don't even know nothing about bikes. Why is he trying to take our business or step on my toes? Kind of how I felt when the other bike shop here in town started selling skateboard decks after I put some up in my sister's shop. When I first started, I had boards in her store. She had a massage, like, healing type area where she sold healing stones and other, like, Reiki type stuff and doTERRA. I don't know what that stuff is. But anyway, it gave me a spot to sell my boards. So I was like, yeah, let me just hang my boards up on your wall. No one really considered it a skate shop or nothing. But once I open this place up, things change for sure.
Well, that's great. Hopefully everything goes well and you keep growing. First year is always going to be tough.
Definitely.
I know they say like the first 3 is tough. If you make it to 3, it's a big deal. You make it to 5, it's a big deal. Especially in an industry like skate park, skate shop, like it's a tough industry.
Right.
You got to be able to roll with the punches, and yeah. Is anything you want to add before we wrap this thing up?
No, other than just if you're in the area, come check out the shop, Huckabay Skateboards, 650 North Mechanic Street, Cumberland, Maryland. Check out Breaking Free Skateparks because y'all are awesome. You're awesome, Dave. And nah, man, thank you for having me. It's been blessed. I'm blessed. I'm just thankful to wake up every day and be able to live the life that I live. From where I came from 10 years ago, people would be shocked. They are shocked that I turned my whole life around and I'm here now.
That's awesome.
So,
do you have any questions for me?
No, man. Just
if you ever do, feel free to send me a DM or an email. I'm always trying to grow action sports across the board.
Definitely, man. Maybe one day again I'll be back on soon saying, hey, we got the indoor park, or maybe one of the skate parks built or something. We can get back on, talk again.
Yeah, maybe next. I take a trip every May. Maybe I could work something out next year and do like a swing through Pittsburgh, come down to you. You know, I want to go to Woods Room. If you're familiar with Woods Room, there in Pittsburgh. I had them on the show. They're not open yet. They're a bike park.
Okay.
And that place is crazy. It's like 50,000 square feet. So it's more than twice the size of me.
Holy crap.
And so maybe we can work something out. I'd love to. The park looks sick. I'd love to come check that out when it's all done. I mean, I want to check out every skate park.
Right. Hell yeah. Well, thank you so much, Dave, for having me, man.
Yeah, tell the people where they can find you. What are your accounts? Where are you at?
Just at Huckabay Skateboards. If you Google Huckabay Skateboards, it'll pop up on Huckabay Skateboards Facebook. I got TikTok account, Instagram. It's all Huckabay Skateboards, just at Huckabay Skateboards. I have an online store if they're interested going on there and checking it out. I need to update it, but it's there. Pretty good.
Do you put your custom boards on there, your wraps and everything?
Yeah. I actually just sold one not that long ago. Someone from Rhode Island bought a board, and I was like, "That's awesome that my name's even that far." And it was a board that I do. I keep your head up even when you're fed up. It's a saying that I say, and I put it on a board. And,
that's great, dude.
Someone bought it. I don't know if they're going to skate it, they're going to wall hang it. Either way, it's pretty cool that they're from Rhode Island and they heard about me. So that's awesome.
Well, I'm glad to have you on. I'm glad to have everyone on. I want to be the central hub for everything action sports. I want to be the place where we can all learn from each other, and every shop and skate park can be better, knowing what's been successful for you and whatnot. I've had on Aaron from Crudco. I'm going to hopefully have him on again soon. He's doing it for 30 years. It's just unbelievable. So,
I bet he got some good advice.
I mean, but he also works at a full-time normal job. I think he works at a car mechanic shop, and him and Alan, they both have been on the show. They make it work. And they've always been pretty hardcore core shop, and they've kind of started to pivot in this post-COVID thing to be way more little kid-centric, family-centric, community building-centric, not so much about like, skate or die, because,
right.
Frankly, it doesn't seem like we have we're not in a skating ecosystem to be skate or die anymore. It's pretty tough at the time being.
It is. And sometimes I think about, like, they want me to put scooters in here or rollerblades or whatever in here, but I don't know anything about that. So I feel like I'm kind of like just being a poser getting that shit in here, just trying to make money off of it. You know what I mean? But it would be supplying it to them.
Rollerblades are tough, very small market. Scooters are great, especially if you just do complete scooters and not get too crazy with the parts. I can tell you everything you need to know about scooters. I have been doing scooters basically from the beginning of scooters. I know more about scooters than almost anyone. But really, if you want to get into something like scooters and niche market, you got to find someone in your area who's like a scooter kid, who's part of the scene, who's been around and who has their finger on the pulse, like you have the finger on your skate pulse. And you have to build a rapport and a trust with them and then start to kind of if you want to do it, right? It's really tough to go blindly into a niche market like that.
Yeah.
But if you just wanted to do completes, I would tell you there's a lot of money on the table there. When that new park opens, people love scooters, and I sell a ton of scooters. And after the new outdoor parks got built here, one this year, one last year, I've sold, I don't know, 40 scooters. And the margins are good. They're about 50% on the margins, which is like blows skateboard stuff out of the water.
Right.
I could send you some information on that. And like just dipping your toes in the completes. And they're super easy to build. You stick it on the wall and be like, I don't know about the other stuff. It's a good way to just kind of have it there.
No, that is right. You are right about that.
The problem is it's expensive though, right?
Yeah.
If the good scooters retail for about $200, somewhere between 180 and like 230, right? And then the cheap ones are maybe about 140. So like if you want to bring 15 scooters into your shop, you're going to have to front like $1,500. So, and to think about that, extrapolate it out to bikes, right? If I want to bring 10 bikes and each bike, BMX bikes cost a minimum $400 now, and the margins are about 40%. So you're going to, it's really expensive.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had this BMX guy come in, and he's sponsored by Trucks or something like that. What is it? It's a BMX brand.
Colt?
What is it? Colt. Yeah.
Okay.
He was wanting me to put some of their stuff in here, and then I started looking at how much I would have to invest. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know if that shit's going to sell. So, I'm doing pretty good with what I'm doing right now. I need to just be smart with that. And then
Chris Cole's a silent partner in Colt.
Oh, hell yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Or at least he was when they started back in 2010. I don't know if things have changed behind the scenes.
Right.
Actually, the owner of the main owner of Colt is actually scheduled to come on this show. So,
well, that's awesome. Well, then I might think more about things.
BMX is really it's much harder to get into BMX than scootering for sure. But if you just if you were to do bikes, you'd be like a couple tires, some grips, tubes for people to get flats, just your real kind of like basics. Especially if your hours differ from the local bike shop, great. If the bike if that kid has a flat tire and the bike shop's closed, but you got it, cool.
Right.
Otherwise, if they're selling core BMX stuff, I wouldn't step on their toes because you don't like when they stepped on yours.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's how I look at it too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just something to think about. That's for sure. Because who knows?
Cool.
The scooter thing, I never really thought about it like that before, but yeah, the bikes is definitely. I've already told everybody just go down there. It's like it's called Cycles and Things, and it's the woman running it, and some people hate on her because it's a woman fixing bikes, but I think she does a great job. She's passionate about it just like I am with skateboarding. So yeah.
That's awesome. I had Leanna on from Above Board skate park in North Carolina, and her and her mom run the skate park. 13 years they've been open. We were DMing, just like you and I were DMing, and then she joins the show, and I'm like, oh, shoot, you're a lady. Oh. Like that's sick.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Cool. Well, dude, feel free to reach out to me, even if I can give you my number. If you need to just call and talk business or whatever, I'm here to give you whatever help I could possibly give you.
That's awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Dude,
thank you, brother. I'll let you get off there. I'll keep talking to you.
It's all good. Johnny, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for our viewers. You guys know the deal. Go follow Huckabay Skateboards on Instagram and wherever else you find him. And
Facebook, TikTok.
You guys know where to find me. Hit me up on the Patreon. Patreon's everything for me. I just pulled my money out of the Patreon last week to cover rent this month. I said it in the last show. I'll say it again. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. $12,000 from the
I got you,
Patreon.
man. I don't even have a Patreon, but I'm gonna go get one now and subscribe to you. I got you, brother.
And again, you can subscribe to Patreon at the free level just to. I post some stuff that I don't post elsewhere, but the $5 a month is huge. It slowly adds up, and my Patreon subscribers just paid my rent. So, frick yeah, that's the goal.
Awesome.
The goal is to have enough Patreon to cover 1 month of rent a year, to make enough money doing social media to pay 1 month of rent. And I just got monetized on Facebook. I've been monetized for 1 month, and I've made over $100 in my first month. And that is on Facebook with only 7,000 followers. So if the channel keeps growing, I can get to a point where, maybe I can make $1,000 a month on Facebook. And then I can afford to come down and see you and whatever.
We're going to try to get your followers up, man. That's awesome. Gives me hope too.
I'd love to plan out a trip where I'm going to visit this skate park, that skate shop. I bring my whole podcast setup. We show up. I bring lights. We shoot it right in your skate shop, and then move on to the next place. That's the dream, baby. That's the dream.
Hell yeah. You have a good night, Dave.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, everybody. The deal. Keep grinding. I'll see you at the skate park later.